The Pride of Maui presents Destination Molokini. We're going to have us an adventure out in the middle of the Pacific today. We're headed out to a crater 9.5 miles outside of the harbor. And our second dive site today is going to be Turtle Town, but here it is on June 17th, 1995. It is bright and early in the morning, about 7 o'clock, and I'm looking out at Mount Haleakala. Haleakala means House of the Sun, and it's Hawaii's most famous landmark. It's the highest volcano on Maui, the highest mountain on Maui. And there's the 65-foot Pride of Maui. The Pride's all aluminum. It was built in Laurelville, Louisiana in 1992 by Barreau Brothers and is powered by twin-turbo lugger diesel engines, built specially for trips just like this. Hey, and there on the dock is our snorkelers getting ready to come on board. Getting your masks and snorkels and tickets and checking in. And here they come. We don't have a huge group today, but we have an enthusiastic one. It's 9.5 miles out to Molokini, and on the way out, we're going to look for some dolphins. We're going to look for flying fish, porpoises. It's going to take us about an hour till we get to our snorkeling site. And it's a beautiful day today. You guys must have brought some really nice weather with you. We have some fantastic weather. We're looking today for 653 different types of reef fish and some large ocean pelagic fish, some crustaceans, some cephalopods. That means octopus and squid and some shrimp, lobsters, eels. We got about 11 different types of coral. Hey gang, welcome aboard the Pride. We make one right turn. No, actually we're right here in the middle of the ocean. That lighthouse right there is a McGregor Point Lighthouse. Hey gang, how you doing? That's Oriana and her mom and dad. That lighthouse is McGregor Point. One of the, in fact, it is the only lighthouse in the United States that has a green light. There's a gang, 6 in his family. They're gonna go scuba diving after a while. It's an enthusiastic group. Look at that smile. Hey, I think she's happy. There it is in the distance. There's Molokini. And behind us is the West Maui Mountains, reputed to be one of the wettest places in the world. 421.5 inches of rain last year. Out here in the bay, we've got a lot of Pacific bottlenose dolphin, and we also have some spinner dolphin. And there are many times that these guys will come and swim with us. They swim on the bow. They swim on the bow wave. As we go through the water, the bow actually pushes water out of the way. That was Brian. He's getting ready to do some snuba orientation. That's what he's doing there, telling all these guys how to breathe underwater. And scuba diving is where you leave the tank on the surface and you breathe underneath with this lightweight harness on. Everybody's getting all the snuba orientation up here. Hey, these are the Bairds. There they are again, Mr. and Mrs. Baird. This couple, listen to this. Ladies and gentlemen, this couple is celebrating their 70th wedding anniversary today. Isn't that unbelievable? Hey, looky here, out behind the backside of Molokini. Look what we pick up out here on the bow. These are our dolphins swimming with us right on the bow today. Got 2 of these guys up here. These are Pacific bottlenose. They come up there, they're riding the bow waves, surfing along with us. As we push water out of the way, they put their tails right on the leading edge of our pressure wake, and they ride this bow wave right through the water. Just fantastic as we cruise along. If we slow down, they leave. Pacific bottlenose dolphins, gang. Really unbelievable. And we're getting ready to go in the water here. This is our first snuba group, guys. These are Brian's first victims for the day. He's going to take them out there. They call him Bring Him Back Alive Brian. And our divers jump in the water.
And there I will take what brought me back.
I have now just taken a step. I'm in the water. That's what the pride looks like when you just jumped in. There's our divers getting ready to head off for the deep. We'll see how many fish we can find. Now, hey, in about a minute and a quarter here, just really, really quick, a nice big white-tip reef shark comes swimming by. Swam right between Will and I, just as I got in the water. Then he swam right back underneath the boat, right underneath all you snuba divers and all you snorkelers. You'll see him in just a second. You'll get a good shot of him. That's a teardrop butterfly fish, one of the 26 varieties of butterflies we have here. Hey, there he is. See him right in the middle of the picture? It's about 5-6 feet long. That's a white-tip reef shark. They're the divers in the background. They don't know whether to swim this way or that way or straight up or what. Here goes my buddy, the man in the gray suit, back up to visit you snorkelers. Somebody asked me, did I put this in here? No, that's just the way it happened today. That was live and for real. Everything you see is going to be live and for real.
She gonna take me to a place where the ferns are scented with rain.
We have a colony of these white-tip reef sharks that live out here at Molokini. They're a very non-aggressive shark, but they do have a mouthful of teeth. They can bite if they're irritated and prodded into it. They're usually very docile and non-aggressive, but they can be persuaded to launch an attack. And those redfish are called minpachi. They make miso soup out of those. These big fish are called sleek unicorn fish. Hawaiian name for them is kala, K-A-L-A. Hey, here's our first group of snuba divers. Hey, these guys are doing real good today. They're doing a good job, too.
Anytime today, I'm in love. Won't you give me, I'm in love. Won't you give me, I'm in love. Come on, give me, I'm in love. I just want somebody's love. You're gonna give me, I'm in love.
Our music today is courtesy of the Peter Moon Band and from his album Tropical Storm. Beautiful album. You can find it in the stores. Hey, everybody thinks Brian's working when he takes some snuba divers out. I hope the boss sees this. Look at Brian. He's laying on his back on the bottom, blowing bubbles. Is this a way for a grown man to make a living, gang? Look at this. These guys are doing real good feeding this fish.
Here we go. The people who live in the island have the same should know. You hear it by day, you hear it by night.
A lot of action today over behind the snuba divers today.
The phrase describes a good feeling, like something on a gentle crest. Slide to the right, slide to the left. Come on top of the lower best. Ooh, cuckoo, ooh, cuckoo.
Hey, there's a utilated moray eel. Hey, this eel is out chasing an octopus. Different than the octopus and the eel that you're going to see in a little while. I can tell this eel's looking for an octopus because all these other fish are following him looking for scraps. We're going to see several eels and several octopus today. This is just one adventure. This guy's hungry and he's tracking down a smaller octopus. We're going to see a bigger octopus in just a little while that an eel can't trap like that. Not that good. This eel can't see very good, but he sure can smell. Says, I smell an octopus. P5-4-fum. Where is he? I'm looking for that octopus. Oh, I think he just found him. Ripped the leg right off him. That's all right. The octopus, that's the octopus's method of escape, really. The eel is eating on that leg, and now the octopus is going to figure out if he can get away. See, the eel is real busy chewing up this octopus leg. The octopus will grow his leg back again. The problem the octopus has got is the eel wants the other 7 legs. Because the eel figures an octopus is an 8-course dinner.
The phrase describes the feeling. And sucking on the tentacle dress. Here we go. Slide.
So he says, I'm going to figure a way to get to this octopus. Watch close now. Just as it, look at there. Oh, there's the eel's going to get him now. Jump right up there. But wait a minute. Watch close now. Look who's just leaving out the back door. That octopus squirted ink up in one direction. The eel went for the octopus ink, and the octopus went out the back door. The octopus got on the first plane to Chicago. He ain't around no more. Hey, score 1 for the octopus. The eel had a snack. Now octopus makes it to live another day. He'll grow his leg back, and the eel just had a little bit of a snack. He's going around and saying, what happened to my dinner? Those octopus are some of the cleverest animals there are out in the ocean. He's left with nothing but a cloud of octopus ink. He says, oh well, you win some, you lose some, and some fly away. That octopus sure did fly away, let me tell you. He says, I'll go get me another octopus. Hey, there's an oval butterfly fish. Again, one of the 26 varieties of butterflies we have out here at Molokini. Some orange-banded surgeonfish. Hey, here's some snorkel fish. I got to give you guys great marks today for snorkeling, even the kids. Everybody had their face in the water. Everybody was calm. You only kicked me in the head 14 times, but that's all right. We did good, gang. Now that big green eel that we saw, green-headed utilated eel, you wouldn't want to go up and pet that guy. He's a little bit on the nasty side, but we're going to meet Lucille here in a minute. She's about a 6-foot-long spotted white-mouthed moray eel. We'll see if we can pet her for you. I think a lot of you guys saw Lucille today. She's an eel that hangs around out here quite often and has gotten to be pretty friendly. You got to keep... By seeing this, I hope nobody goes out and tries to pet an eel, guys. We've been doing this a long time and know just what to look for. See, now here's Lucille. She's sitting there. That's obvious. You don't want to go sticking your hand down there right in her mouth. She'll take it right off at the elbow. This is a white-mouthed moray eel. Looks very ferocious because she breathes through her mouth. But you see how ferocious she is? You just watch close now. She's actually breathing, inhaling the water through her mouth. She's a real nice eel. We've got 5 different types of eels here on Molokini. White mouth, yellow margin, greens. See, there's my hand on top of it. I got the camera in one hand, and I'm petting her on the head with my other hand. She likes to be petted like that. Now you guys, I warn you, don't try that trick. You don't need convincing, huh? She just holed up there in a rock. Everybody's up there looking down at Lucille, having a good time. What a great way to spend the morning out here. Snorkeling around with moray eels and octopus and a bunch of nice snorkelers. Hey, everybody's getting a picture of Lucille. She ought to charge $0.25 a picture, boy. She'd be rich. Guy gonna try to make it to Lucille. Yeah, I want to clarify this now. Lucille's the one on the left. You guys are looking good, huh? That's eyeball to eyeball with an eel. I had a friend who used to do that. They call him one-ear Wells now. Yeah, one more look at Lucille. Bye, Lucille. You have a nice day today. Go out and get something to eat. Take care of yourself. I came out here one day and found a spear hole right through Lucille. Unbelievable. Big friendly eel like that. You guys really did good today snorkeling. You should see some of the groups some days out here. Today as a group, you guys did real fine. In just a minute, Billy comes over, pokes him with the paddle off of the canoe and said, "Did you see that lobster back up there?" I went up there and I saw there's a lobster up there. Or if you order a lobster as big as you're going to see in a minute, it'll cost you a fortune for dinner. Look at here, underneath this rock. This guy's pointing to him. He says, "That lobster's right down there. In there," he says. "Look in here, $150 worth of lobster." Now, this lobster's big enough to feed about 5 people. Look at that guy in there. That's one big lobster, guys. Look at the size of that guy, huh? Whoa, man. You know how much that costs in a restaurant? That's about 7 pounds, 6 pounds of lobster. Yeah, look at the size of that. Unbelievable lobster. Look at that guy. Came out to say hello to me real nice, huh? Oh, and here's a 4-spot butterfly fish. Yeah, I know he's only got 2 spots. He's got 2 spots on the other side, too. Now here's a great big octopus. You know, our octopus over here only live to be about 18 months, so they don't get to get very big. This one is a mutant over here. This guy is one big octopus. Over here we call him Taco, T-A-K-O. He's down underneath this ledge. Look at the size of that guy. See him down there moving along? I'll get the camera down there closer. This is one big octopus, guys. Look at that taco, man. He was sizing me up like I was dinner. Look at him, he's covering that whole wall back there, Will. Oh, that's all octopus back there. See, there's his breathing hole right there. He's all up in here. Those aren't even his tentacles, that's just his body. Look at the size of that guy. Well, there's an Ulua and a Becky. B-E-K-I. W-E-K-E, actually. Well, after I found that octopus, I went and found Will, man. He'd need to see an octopus this big. That's a marsh idol. That's one of the prettiest fish in the ocean. Hey, look at you guys out here. Doing real good. Well, it's almost time to head for our second dive site, Turtletown, and see if we can find some of the green sea turtle. Hey, there's Oriana. Feeding them fish, kiddo. Doing a good job. Was a raccoon butterfly fish. You can always tell a butterfly fish by the shape of his tail. I know they all look a lot different, but if you look at the tail, they're all shaped the same. They're all different colored. We got Tinker's butterflies, and we got raccoon butterfly, oval, marble, yellows, millet seeds. There's a big blue Becky. Call them goatfish because they got whiskers on the front of them. Use those whiskers for feeling out food. Hey, look at here. Here's a group of scuba divers. And I got to head back to the boat. I'm about out of air. Got to get over to Turtletown. Hey, there he is. Hey, he's feeding the fish, too. Look at that. These guys bite. You got to be careful. scuba diving, you can go as deep as you like or you stay as shallow as you like. And I am out of air. I got to make it back to the boat. There's Mark and Billy on the grill, serving hamburgers, hot dogs, serving chicken, cheese, fish sandwiches, serving a nice, good hot lunch, plenty of salads. Hey, there's Chris. This is Turtletown. Bly Point. Oh, let's get ready to go in the water. Hi, how you doing? Yeah, we'll bring him back alive. If they like their dad. All right, let's get down here and find some of them turtles. There's our divers right off the bat. I gotta go out here and swim through the archway, find some turtles, and get back to the boat. There's the world-famous archway at Bly Point, which you can swim through if you so desire. I'm still looking for them green sea turtles. There's a couple of sailfish tang. Another variety. Hey, there's one of the green sea turtles. He's in a ledge out here. They call these turtle beds because they hollow places out in the coral so that they don't get bothered by predators. They don't get bothered by people. Here's a great big old turtle, big green sea turtle. About 10 years ago, these turtles were almost extinct. Down to about 1,000 turtles in the South Pacific. Then the government over here put them on the endangered species list. Since that time, they've made a very, very strong comeback. People used to kill them for the shells, used to kill them for meat, for their food. They've made various types of ornaments out of the shells. But ever since they put them on the endangered species list, these guys have made a comeback. Here's our divers headed over to the turtles. Hey, here's some of our scuba divers. Hey, all these guys are doing real good today. Hey, this is, watch this, coming and going. This is the world famous Chris Beyond Under the Arch routine. My buddy Chris over here on vacation. Come on back this way, babe. I missed you that way. All we got was your tail. Here he comes. This is the other end. Check this out. All right. Right there. I want to do one more thing, guys. I want to swim out to the outer reef out here. See if I can find my shark that performs a little bit for me out here. Watch this. That's a new lure, a Jack Trevelli. Hey, here he is. Watch this guy. This is a reef shark, white tip reef shark. Come on, Harry, do the trick. Up and over. There you go. Up. Hey, Billy, how'd you like that? My shark trick. Unbelievable. Here's our Hawaii green sea turtles again. Hey, gang, I want to thank everybody that came out today and helped me make this video. I had a great time. Today was an exceptional day. You guys are a lot of fun to work with. very cooperative, and everybody did a great job on the movie. You guys are the stars. I tell you, next time you come back to Maui, even the kids, guys, come out and ride on the Pride here. Don't be strangers.
If ever there was a place where gods and goddesses mingled on earth, it would certainly be Maui. A breathless blend of beauty, mystery, and legend, Maui's physical charms intertwine with a timeless lifestyle all its own. A place that has been described as one where the hand of man rests lightly. This melding of beauty and spirit is most evident on and around the Hana coast, under the majestic sentinel of Haleakala, Maui's symbol of power and history. "25 million years ago, giant cracks in the seafloor spewed volcanic material some 5 miles beneath the surface of the ocean, creating the Hawaiian Islands. Maui is among the most recent of the islands, and Haleakala has erupted as recently as 1790, making it an inactive but hardly extinct volcano. Man is a relative newcomer here. It is widely believed that Polynesian seafarers from the Marquesas Islands, some 2,400 miles to the southwest, set sail some 1,500 to 2,000 years ago. For the next 800 years, these intrepid explorers went back and forth between their new home in Hawaii and their native Marquesas, as well as Tahiti. Around 1300, these journeys came to an abrupt halt, and the islands settled into a routine that centered around developing a thriving economy and culture. History and genealogy were important to Hawaiians, and they recorded their history through chants, or mele, that were handed down through the generations. From this oral history, we learn that Hana was among the first settlements on Maui. It was home to many ali'i, or royalty, for generations. Many great battles were waged over control of the lush and fertile land surrounding Hana and its bountiful supply of fresh, sweet water. Most of the battles fought over Hana took place between 1200 and 1500 AD. It wasn't until 1780 that King Kahekili finally annihilated the interlopers from the Big Island who had seized Hana and held it for some 20 years. The arrival of Captain James Cook in 1778 signaled the end of the Hawaiian lifestyle as it had been practiced for 1,000 years or more. Ever-increasing Western contacts, especially the arrival of New England missionaries early in the 19th century, began to erode the ancient ways and ancient beliefs. Most tragically, Western diseases decimated the Hawaiian population. Today, we struggle to hold on to what was, to honor the values and lifestyles that tied the people of these lovely islands to the land, the Aina. There is no better route back in time than to take the road to Hana and beyond, a path through a forest of wonder, to a place whose timeless legacy of history and tradition is serene and secure. Getting there, however, is not an easy task. While offering spectacular vistas, the road, only completed in 1922 and not even fully paved until 1982, is a sometimes arduous task. It involves crossing 54 single-lane bridges and negotiating 617 curves. It is a formidable endeavor, to say the least. Ironically, the difficult drive has actually helped Hana retain its isolation and therefore its inherent charm and mystique. Fortunately, Temptation Tours takes the hassle out of the highway. We begin our trek in Paia, the last of the great sugar plantation camp towns from the 1800s. People here once provided labor for the giant sugar plantations that once dominated Maui. While sugar still plays a major role in the economy of Maui, Paia today plays host to a colorful group of artists and craftspeople and has maintained its original charm. Just a few minutes from town is one of the best windsurfing beaches in the world, Ho'okipa. Skirted by large stands of year-round hibiscus plants, this beach is the scene for some of the most important windsurfing tournaments in the world. Even the most experienced surfers know to practice extreme caution when entering these waters, as conditions, currents, and wave sets can vary rapidly and without warning. From Ho'okipa, the semi-arid weather of Paia begins to get cooler, yet more humid. You're approaching Haiku, pineapple country. Although only a few miles from Paia, Haiku receives almost twice the rainfall. Passing by the Philippine ground orchids that ring ancient pasture lands, one begins to notice the seemingly infinite shades of green that create a mosaic of forest. Curiously enough, almost all the vegetation here is less than 60 years old. Virtually everything on the Hana coast was cut down to build one of the great engineering wonders of the world, the East Maui Irrigation Company's elaborate aqueduct. Considering it takes a ton of water to produce a pound of sugar, the vision in 1876 of Samuel Alexander and Henry Baldwin to move vast amounts of water across rugged terrain to a spot where it would do the most good is truly remarkable. The two made a deal with King Kalakaua. The king would lease the land he owned to allow construction, but Alexander and Baldwin had to complete the project in 2 years, or the land reverted to the king and the deal was off. So began a furious effort by 200 workers to achieve the feat. The enterprise was further complicated when Henry Baldwin lost an arm in a mill accident. Undaunted, he led by example and was always the first to scamper down ropes in the most precarious locations to show his determination. 60 million gallons a day now serpentine their way through 50 miles of tunnels and 23 miles of ditches to irrigate the cane fields of central Maui. Today, the headquarters of EMI is in Kailua, and many workers who tend the vast system live here. Once a prison camp, Kailua now features many neatly trimmed gardens and guava trees. Also prevalent in this area are mountain apples, wild hibiscus, and yellow, white, and kahili gingers. Past the 9-mile marker is vegetation that comes as close to tropical jungle as Hawaii has to offer. This is Waikamoe, where stands of bamboo and eucalyptus trees guard one of the few public trails available. The Waikamoi Ridge Trail shows off a marvelous bamboo forest which claims roots deep within the realms of Hawaiian mythology. Heliconias and lobster claws also abound. At mile marker 11 is the Pu'ohukamoa stream and waterfall. Here you can picnic near waterfalls and steep cliffs. A nearby path leads to vegetation that displays the tremendous diversity of Maui. Also visible from this vantage point is Keopuka Rock, about half a mile away. It is home to many birds, but is generally considered inaccessible to humans. Just over a mile down the road is Kaumahina State Park, where fresh tap water and other facilities await. A spectacular view of historic Keanai Peninsula is also to be found here. As you walk around this area, you can see the wide variety of ginger plants, lilies, white birds of paradise, all prospering under a canopy of eucalyptus and Formosan koa trees. A few meandering miles away lies Honomanu Bay, or Sharktooth Bay, as the local people call it. Here the cliffs climb to 300 feet, the highest along the entire route. In less than a mile, you are adjacent to a paddling pool at the end of Honomano Stream's estuary. As you look into the wildly rugged valley, the second largest on Maui, you can see the oldest exposed rocks on all of Haleakala. African tulip trees contrast beautifully with the countless shades of green that inhabit this place. Now over halfway to Hana, the journey brings you to one of the most interesting places in all of Maui, the Keanai Peninsula. Keanai has been populated continuously since the first Polynesian settlers discovered Maui. Its huge valley stretches all the way to the crater of Haleakala. According to Hawaiian legend, there was no water here until Kane, the creator, thrust his walking stick into solid rock and drew a gush of fresh water. It is this abundant supply of water that has kept Keanai such an interesting place for nearly 2 centuries. Geologically, Keanai is the site of a rather recent and very substantial lava flow from Haleakala that gives the coastline a rugged, spectacular, and somewhat lunar appearance. The population here took its modern-day appearance around the turn of the century. At that time, Chinese men who had come to work on sugar contracts married local women upon the completion of their contracts and sought lands and lives of their own. Keanai is an extremely close-knit community where everyone is, one way or another, related to everyone else. It is also a spiritual place where Hawaiian traditions still thrive. Taro is cultivated here where rice once was, bathed in the frequent downpour associated with the unique weather pattern. The wealth of moisture produces huge hanging lobster claws, red gingers, breadfruit, and parrot's beak heliconias. Well-tended gardens are everywhere to be found here in Keanai Village. The Keanai School, one of the smallest in all of Hawaii, was the first to have a kupuna, or elder, teach the children the chants and folkways of their ancestors. Now many other schools are providing an increasing amount of Hawaiian studies. In Wailua is Kopili'ula Falls, one of many different cascades that dominate this section of the Hana Highway. Water plunges over and into more diverse geologic formations than anywhere else on the island. It should come as no surprise that there are so many waterfalls here. The average rainfall in nearby Pua'aka'a can reach 500 inches. Wailua Overlook offers an excellent view of Haleakala, and at 1,200 feet represents the highest elevation on the Hana Highway. Waianapanapa State Park is the largest facility on the highway, incorporating 120 acres of beach area and historical significance. Here are the remnants of many heiaus, or temples, that the early Hawaiians used for prayer and burial sites. The largest of the heiaus is Pi'ilani Hale, a stone platform 340 feet by 415 feet. There is also the Waianapanapa Coastal Trail, an easy 3-mile path along the rugged, picturesque coastline. Nearby is the world-famous Ali'i Gardens. This fantasia of color and aroma ships exotic wonders to people all over the world. The only tour company allowed to enter is Temptation Tours. Now approaching Hana, you have crossed all 57 bridges, each with its own name, and negotiated all 614 curves on a road that was only completed in 1922, and are entering one of the most historic settlements in all of Hawaii. Hana Bay is guarded by a natural fort, protected on all sides by high volcanic cliffs. It was called Kauiki, and in the late 18th century, it was held by Chief Kalani Opu'u of the Big Island. The great Maui chief, Kahekili, fought his way to the foot of the fortress, but was stalemated. He prevailed, however, when he was able to cut off the water supply. Chief Kahekili took no prisoners, and the 20-year reign over Hana by Chief Kalani Opu'u ended rather abruptly. Life in Hana has always been to the beat of a different drummer, a much slower drummer. Local residents have always referred to any place else on earth as out there. Whether it's Lahaina or Louisiana, it's still out there. From the time of the Ali'i centuries ago to the modern times of an airstrip and thousands of visitors per week, the local people still epitomize the laid-back lifestyle. In addition to being a source of Hawaiian mythology, royalty, and military darings do, Hana was part of the great Maui sugar industry until the end of World War II. But changes in the sugar industry meant that small, low-volume plantations like Hana's couldn't compete. With hundreds of residents facing the loss of their livelihoods, Paul Fagan, a transplanted San Francisco entrepreneur, took center stage. Although he owned a sugar company that was about to go under, he took the time and effort to relocate many of his workers to other jobs and transform the rolling sugar fields into a working cattle ranch. Seeing Hana in a new light, he and his wife Helene transformed Hana from a plantation town to a destination town, and together they built the Hana Maui Resort, the first of its kind outside Waikiki. To generate interest in the new property, he imported his minor league baseball team. It was one of the sports writers covering the team who is generally given credit for coining the phrase Heavenly Hana. Today, it provides upscale lodging for a steady stream of world-weary visitors and a sumptuous lunch for Temptation Tours guests.
We've just finished lunch at the Hotel Hana Maui. We hope that you've enjoyed this ultimate experience.
In addition to our Hana Ultimate, we offer another all-day package, the Hana Picnic Tour, featuring a lovely al fresco lunch served at one of the black sand beaches. For the more adventurous, we offer 2 spectacular air-land tour combinations. Now let's take a look at the Hana Skytrek.
The Hana Skytrek is truly the best of both worlds. Combine the heavenly Hana limo van tour with a 40-minute Hana Haleakala helicopter flight for one fun-filled package. You'll enjoy a bountiful and scrumptious lunch at one of Hana's scenic black sand beaches. This picnic experience combines fine dining with a relaxing setting. Following lunch, you'll board a helicopter at the quaint Hana Airport and fly the reverse leg in A-star style, soaring above Haleakala Crater and darting into remote rainforest valleys punctuated with dramatic waterfalls. Another Temptation Tours exclusive is the Jungle Express, a one-of-a-kind air and land safari to Hana and beyond. This unique adventure flies you to and from Hana in Paragon Air's twin-engine executive aircraft. The round-trip flight allows you hours of quality time to explore Hana and beyond. Plus, you'll be able to enjoy a fresh-made, delicious lunch at your leisure. Guided luxury limo van tour will start with scenic Hana Bay. From there, it continues on to the world-famous Hasegawa's General Store, renowned for its extensive and eclectic inventory. Above the store sits the expansive Hana Ranch. From Hana Town, you'll travel along the beautiful, rugged, and ever-changing coastline to the secluded black sand Hamoa Beach, where the gentle surf presents a refreshing opportunity to swim or wade through the warm waters. From Hamoa, the safari continues on to the majestic Wailua Falls. And then to the famous Seven Pools, another spot to enjoy the waters of this tropical paradise. Frequently but erroneously referred to as the Seven Sacred Pools, that name was actually coined by a publicist for the Hotel Hana Maui, seeking to attract visitors to Hana. In fact, there's no evidence that the pools are actually sacred, and there are many more than 7. The last stop on our safari is Ho'omau Church, site of Charles Lindbergh's grave. The famous aviator spent his final years in Hana, the place he considered as the most beautiful in the world. Your adventure concludes as you soar from the jungle with magical memories of native Hawaii.